This is the commentary for Jimmy Jone, the 9/10 boy. Please read along and turn the page when you hear this chime. Let's begin.
Hello again, this is Casey Robertson.
And Matt Schneider.
We are 2/3 of the creative team of Jimmy Jone, and here we are with more commentary. This is for issue number 5. Possibly some other issues if we feel like it. Yeah. Maybe we'll split them up, maybe we won't. Yeah. But I really can't tease you with that because at this point, you know. So,
that's true.
I'm teasing us.
Yeah, so the first few covers I feel like are more literal, or I don't know, and then this one was
artsy,
like
yeah,
artsy, and it has a neat because they do have those kinds of lollipops in the issue in the issue, and I remember really liking this. This was probably my screensaver my background for a while.
Well, you probably did the ice cream cone one as well, I bet.
I like this one better because it's like this. It's like the center of it.
Right.
It's revealed to be a brain, which would freak me out.
That's when this person stopped eating it.
That is true. You can see. And it starts with them at the orientation, maybe?
Well, if the more astute viewers will have noticed that everybody on this page is named Joe.
Whoa!
What's up with that? Is that some weird,
Are they all named Joe?
I'm sorry, I can't keep this up.
So it's a dream.
It's a dream.
And it is devolving into Jimmy because one on the next page someone's waking him up saying Jimmy. Because that's how it goes.
Yeah. And was this the page where you freaked out about
this? Where I'm like, oh my god, how did he do that? Insanity.
Yeah.
You must have gotten someone to lay in a bed and shine light on them from outside and then trace it. But now I realize I wouldn't know if they're not exactly contoured correctly. But I think they did a good job.
Yeah, the lighting all the way on the wall should be off-shifted a little bit more. But, whatever. Because it's he's right up against the wall for it to be laying across.
Or we're looking at it exactly the right angle, maybe.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess.
But so he's getting up. This is his first morning waking up in the dorm, or one of the first.
Yeah.
They have their first responsibilities as students at this school to go to orientation.
And that's Breakfast in America, another early morning kind of little reference there. It's a Supertramp album.
So I was going to ask you what that was.
It's a great Supertramp album where you're seeing it from a plane window, and instead of the Statue of Liberty, lo and behold, it's some waitress in a diner. Also, this is a really dumb joke, and I'm willing to call it out as a dumb joke, that the title of this issue, The Rising Sun, well, that's what the Orient is, the land of the rising sun, because it's the east, which is where the sun comes up. So they're at orientation, and the sun is rising right there. It's so dumb. I don't know why I thought this was.
People are going to be rising sun.
We get it.
Orientation.
I just thought I was going to make so many girls wet with this. I don't know.
Panties so wet they fall off themselves from the weight.
Okay.
I am not often lewd, but I try to go there every once in a while.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I can count on you to outdo me. Now we're revealing that Stuart is a gamer.
And there's the same. I don't know. I was gonna be very impressed, but maybe that's not super impressed. It'd be it's the same stuff on the wall as the last issue. You remember?
I looked at the other page and I copied it over.
Yeah, I guess.
I clicked and dragged and shrunk it.
But we haven't, and this is the first time him playing the game.
Yes,
right. Which we
haven't come up with a name for it.
Didn't we?
No, we never did.
But we also, I can't remember how much we've done, but like we've always kind of wanted to do more in that world and done a little bit, but never.
Yeah, you wanted to do a story where he was like cheating on Priscilla with somebody on this game, and it ended up being Priscilla.
Oh yeah, like do you like Pina Colada style love story?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but like, I guess it's been done in the interim. You know, we do this so slow. Like, South Park did that, and Community did that, where they've had episodes in the world of what they're experiencing.
Which is sort of like a good validation that, you know,
an idea we had.
Yeah, but that's the problem is you got to turn this stuff out fast, quick, which I haven't been able to.
Well, it's tough to, you know, like whatever. Oh, and
Gromthrak, and he just didn't even get any of the first 7,617 Gromthraks. Either that or 7618 means something.
Means something to him, yeah.
Originally, this was a screenshot of some existing game, and I just thought, I went back and redid it.
Because I think the idea was if we did more, you wanted to be able to have freedom to create a different screenshot.
Yeah, but like the drawing is so much better
down
on the bottom part of that page.
I liked the joke. So this is one of the few times where I remember this was probably one of my jokes. I loved the get revenge button.
Yeah, that was your joke.
Where it's like, that is such a misunderstanding of how a video game of any type, let alone an MMO, would work. Where just along the top, there's a bar, and you click on attack or run away. What would that be necessarily?
But I feel like in this day and age, there are dynamically coded enough games that would be context-dependent options.
That's true, where it's like, you talk to someone, it's like, do you give them a high five, or do you get revenge? And you click on one, and you choose. Yeah. Like the Mass Effect kind of ones. But it's like right next to inventory, which is a basic thing of the MMO.
See, I thought I remembered inventory being ice cream, so maybe I changed that, too.
Oh, really?
It was just an ice cream button.
Just a button for ice cream.
I don't know.
But, yeah, so Gromthrak, just a quick, like, I just gotta finish up. Click the Get Revenge button, which is always available, apparently.
Well, but he's, Stuart, the joke is that he's saying it as though it's like a long, drawn-out thing. It's like, no, just the button.
Yeah, click Revenge.
At my college, there was a thing called SOAR, but it was AR at the end. So it's being very specific, and no one will get it.
I think people will get that. That it's so. I mean, a person could get that, whether they will or not.
Yeah.
The idea that you soar versus your soar.
Yeah, and I could have cut that text in half, like if I were doing this now.
Oh,
Yeah. The script for this issue says that Stuart holds up his lollipop stick devoid of lolly, and we came up with the same word. We were about to type the same word when we were writing this one. And he has licked it so clean. No coloring.
You cannot tell. That's true. Maybe he bit off the portion that is within the stick, the lollipop part, whole. And swallowed it along with the candy.
And then sucked on the stick, because it's obviously chewed on.
Yeah. So,
this is still a great joke.
Jimmy, do you remember what color I had?
Stick out your tongue.
Because I don't have to draw it, I often am like, we should do a long pause.
Yeah.
Because those are hilarious.
Well, this is like the kind of pause and then line that Jerry Seinfeld would do.
Yeah. But it's tough for you to,
Yeah.
You can't always, but I feel like this one paid off.
So someone give us a TV show chance.
Everybody. There you go. Yeah.
We've got so many jokes that we can't use.
It's as though we're really made for TV, and so the people out there listening, all the TV executives listening to a commentary. Yeah. 2 librarians who really need a chance in Hollywood.
Okay, so this is just one of those dumb
orientation
games.
So we have been camp counselors.
And they do this kind of stuff.
And we do this kind of thing where it's like, just grab a handful of whatever, but don't eat it yet, we're going to play a game. And then, but it's so blatant, that was someone's great idea once, but then once everyone knows, you're like, I'll have an M&M,
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, what's your special thing about you? You have to say as many as you have M&Ms. I'm a smartass, like whatever. And then
you get like 20 of them on the last one, and I have diabetes. Just found out.
Allergic to chocolate. Have diabetes.
Oh, that would be the first one that you say as you eat it.
The instant I can tell that the candy coating is melting, I spit them out. But once they begin to melt in my mouth, I have to ditch them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have what? And then there's the gay. This is also an gay, awesome joke. Is the LOL LGBT Comedy Club? That must be a joke that in the meantime someone else has
done in real life.
LOL LGBT.
Yeah.
Where it's comedy plus being gay and being proud of it.
Yeah. Well, like, can you get away with just LGBT, or do you have to put other letters on it now?
That's true. There's Q for questioning.
Well, I thought it was for queer, just as an all-around...
Well, then you could just have the Q community.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
there's asexual. Yeah. That some of them have.
Yeah, I just assumed it was supposed to be a catch-all for everybody who didn't want one of the other labels, but was willing to accept this label.
We need some more, token friends in all of the minority culture groups that we reference, rather than just look up what do they say on Wikipedia.
Yeah, well, we're both white guys, and that's what we know, and that's what we write. But I then, after a while, just made it canon that there are specifically only ever 8 black people at any given time at this university.
Yeah.
Because that's the bare minimum amount that they have to have
for whatever kind of federal funding.
Yeah. 2 per class year. So
that they can have a friend. It's like people who have a second child, so that their child has a buddy.
They're not a racist school because they have black students.
Students. There you go. It's the minimum for plural.
Yeah. Let's see.
My name. Oh, and then
but
everyone...
there's an Asian person. See?
Okay.
See his skin color? He's Asian.
There you go.
He's probably Vietnamese. Look at him.
Okay.
I should edit that out.
But we have these people who all can't get over the fact that he's gone to this school to make it in the big, he's gonna be in a small fish in a big pond.
He wants people to not care.
Yeah, he wants to blend in. And the first experience he has is with these people, and all they can talk about is his brain. Which
is actually the opposite of my experience in college. I was a very bright student in grade school, and then you just find out you're normal after a while.
Yeah. Well, or that people just don't care. No one's like, who's the smart kid on campus? Let's talk about him and whatever. No, that doesn't happen.
No.
There's no cool clique or whatever in college. It's the opposite of love isn't hatred, it's ignoring, it's whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then we have Ron.
Yeah, and Ron looks so different now. Still got a chin. It's still slightly, combed over spiky hair.
Yeah.
And then the campus hobo. That is his name. That is his character name. The campus hobo.
And the idea is that Ron says he would like to kill a hobo.
Just to throw the hobo off.
Yeah.
I've always wondered what it'd be like to kill a hobo.
Maybe he didn't know that guy was a hobo. This just, he could be any kind of vagabond.
Yeah. Alright, so that's that building. That is... Shoot, I think that's a building from Chapel Hill. From the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. There is a mishmash of buildings on this campus, depending on which university I've worked at.
At the time.
I was drawing that issue. I will point that out as we go, shots of hallways and stairwells.
And we do have a map somewhere, not too much later, where
it's a few issues, and that's from Guelph.
That you started off of a real one?
Yeah.
Oh, a real place called Guelph?
Yeah, I think that was the name of the campus. Guelph.
Oh. So now, and then they all meet, and then they're gonna go. There's not a lot super happens.
Nope.
But it's like the meet cute in the bromance of Ron and Jimmy. I used a lot of lingo just there, but
yeah. Oh, Ron, by the way, is meant to be based on Matt.
Me.
Yeah. In terms of design.
Yeah.
You know, and in terms of personality.
Well, and we were looking in the back at the old scripts, and before he had a name,
It was
like the guy like him.
Yeah.
But this is, we talk about them getting longer as we go. This really could be the first half of the second issue. Like, they're no longer 3 at once; it's 2 at once, kind of.
Yeah. But like, in some ways, and I think this is the most direct part of your personality that I put into Ron, is being more aware of stuff that's going on. Like, he's the one who's willing to call out that there's a hobo there. And you're the kind of person that you have this thing where you're always aware if somebody's taking a picture off to the side, and you will look.
That's my superpower. That's my superpower, is being aware if someone is going to be taking a picture.
And you were the only person looking at the camera.
Yeah, so there's
in those
a lot
shots.
So
that found its way into Ron. Being more aware of stuff. Or at least being willing to talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, issue 6. I would go back and do this brain if this hadn't already been on the website for years, but this is where we really get into like a lot of good introductions of some characters
of the other people.
Yeah,
because we have and this kind of is a slow build to the first one with a lot of characters where they go on a scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
and that doesn't happen for a little while.
Yeah, it takes like 10 issues to really introduce you to the main players.
That's right.
Of everything.
Now, maybe I shouldn't do it this way, but like, is Chloe in this one?
No. Give it a couple issues.
So we have a character who sleeps on her couch, and she, I guess, doesn't come. So it's just Diana, his girlfriend.
Yeah, you'll see her here.
Yeah. And the villain.
Yes.
Who wants his? Okay. So
yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, this is back when I wanted to do hidden messages in every issue, because I was probably rereading my old Gru comics, where Sergio Aragonés would put in the words hidden message, and he'd hide them in bushes, or like somebody kicking up dust, stuff like that, or like in wicker work somewhere.
And so we have there's
one of the signs
some
on the bookshelves.
subology, math, physics, and then hidden message.
Yeah, mad scienceology.
Yeah. And you've incorporated into the picture the title and stuff.
Yes.
The Jimmy Jones 0 Hour.
Yeah. Pins 25% off is the subtitle. Doesn't make much sense. I draw hands a lot better these days. I know that.
Well,
those
there's
hands
fingers.
are messed up.
There are some fingers.
Yeah, there's some fingers, but yeah, enough about that. That's a good joke. I think that was your joke.
Oh, I like that. Well, and it was born out of a real idea that, like, if you were to buy used textbooks, you might be able to use the last person's notes.
Yeah.
But then we had it be like that the last person was insane.
And this is probably the best joke that I've ever written. There's actually a book called Bergey's, well, I moved the words around.
Oh, yeah.
Bergey's Manual of Systematic Bacteriology. Aren't I clever?
Oh, it's switched.
It's the best joke. I mean, it's a very cerebral joke because it's about an academic subject.
Now, also, I would like to mention, maybe this is just silly, but the hidden message is gone, and now it's history.
Ah.
It's gone. It's history.
I'll just go ahead and take credit for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're talking about what they're going to do, and he doesn't know. And we talk about, like, you have been good about before every semester deciding what his real classes would be.
I haven't done it for a couple of semesters, though.
For the most part, though, so he does swim later.
Yeah.
And he has psychology and freshman writing. Then we thought about, like, what are new things, because we later have, like, a French teacher who's supposed to, like, teach everything. And so, like, we have different jokes that come up from the fact that he has different classes. At the same time, we have Stuart doing all the jokes that have to do with mad science. So, like, he gets to do all everything.
We should do a couple more Priscilla-centered issues, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, if you put a gun to my head, I could tell you what Jimmy's taking in, like, the current, for his junior year. But then I wouldn't be your friend anymore. Because you put a gun to my head.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites.
Just the unexplained.
Yeah, thing off panel or whatever. But I also like the visual of the explosion or whatever. And you do a really good job. I think maybe this is where you started focusing on the audio that would occur were you to say the letters.
Yeah, well, I grew up reading Mad Magazine, and I think I said in one of the other commentaries that I did with Dan, we're
doing these out of order.
Out of order. Like, I subscribe to the Don Martin school of sound effects. Like, just take a real sound effect and, like, sound it out for yourself and come up with something new. Like, I couldn't say that out loud.
You have to be deliberate to do that, because it's so easy to just be like, well, a crash sounds like a crash.
Thud.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It sounds like, clong, and then you have to come up with how it would sound, so fast, like, whoosh.
Yeah.
Like like a light bulb or whatever going, So that's good. Anyway, that's maybe too much not funny stuff to talk about, but, like, I like that joke, and then should that be in a cage? Like, what is it? What's that hilarious thing happening?
What organic thing gives off that much light?
That's right.
And why is it in a bookstore?
Yeah. And then we both had this experience in college
where it was
we
like
felt
too easy.
Yeah, there are the freshman this or that. There's always some class that's really remedial whatever, but they don't have the guts to call it remedial whatever.
Yeah.
And so if you take it, it's like hand-holding. So we did, it's reductum and whatever. So, like, it's kindergarten.
And if you can see them clearly enough, those names on that, those are the whole class's names under the apples.
And what are they?
I picked out the names from the Wayside School books.
Oh, okay.
By Louis Sacker.
So they're all kids that would have gone.
Well, but one of them says Jimmy. There's Jimmy, Rondi, Eric, Terrence. I can't read Leslie. I can't read the other two.
Yeah.
And here is...
At the same time...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Professor Rotvong from Metropolis. Mm-hmm. Here he's Dr. Red Wang.
Metropolis, the movie.
Oh, thank you.
Not the city where Superman lives.
Right, sorry, yes. Metropolis, the 1927 Fritz Lang film.
Yeah. There's German stuff more than there would be if we both didn't speak German.
Yeah. So, and we just translated his name loosely into Red Wang. We didn't translate the
Vong means Wang.
Well, no, it means cheek.
Yeah,
right? Rotvong, like rosy cheeked, right?
Yeah,
but I just came up with the color. It had nothing to go on really for the colors of his outfit.
Oh, because it's based off of what he really looks like in the black and white movie.
Yeah, but I gave him the mechanical hand there.
You Ted Turnered it.
That's true.
And then he gets his first. So we love to do.
This is the first time travel
jokes because time travel becomes something that is possible for all these mad scientists. And the first one is he's gotten his time travel paper already before he did it.
Yeah, there's like weird contradictory rules around time travel because they use it so much. Like, I'm building, now in the comic, I'm sort of building this idea that the more you use some particular mad science thing, it starts accreting rules.
Yeah.
And it's no longer mad science.
Well, and that would make sense, where the time travel, makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but, it would start to fall apart because if you do one trip back in time, the cause and effect loop
they have to be
manage
sustained,
that in your brain, but then eventually it's okay, what was first and whatever, and so it could fall apart.
Yeah.
The more, and we do have consequences for that later on.
We do, which is almost a cheat, but whatever, we'll get there. And I need to take out that date, just like we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Because it's now 2015, and that was 8 years ago. Oh, and here is Professor Stamback.
talking out of the pipe.
Yeah.
He always does that, right?
He does, yeah, and I'm glad that I did that right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's the idea that if you can just imagine somebody sounding like they're talking through their pipe, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I don't know, this was just weird drawings.
Yeah. Well, and he is, so is in your mind, is this class...
Are they all on couches?
Are they all on couches?
That's the idea.
Okay.
I wasn't confident enough to draw a whole classroom full of people on couches.
Yeah,
they're not just all analyzing Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, that's his brain showing. You know?
Yeah. And here is Professor Roundtree, Professor Grace Roundtree.
And you made this character out of an attempt to talk about diversity in
mad science.
But as a real analog to real science, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, and I guess also that the movies that include mad scientists are also not racially diverse. Like, how many times is the villain really just a black woman?
I think there is a woman in a pup named Scooby Doo episode, like the second season. But I haven't gone back and watched it.
So she speaks about diversity, but also for us, we thought it'd be neat to have her, whatever.
Yeah.
And she has like some sort of pantheon of...
Yes, you get like an idea of the mad science world here. And then somehow there's just a long hallway in this classroom.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, we could have had a PowerPoint or something, but...
Yeah, well, now you say so. Pinmei Wu, I would love to bring her back. I think she's still floating around somewhere.
Yeah.
Some win.
I thought we referenced her once later, at least in like, if you remember it, it's funny, but you don't have to remember it, kind of a joke.
We do, yeah. At least fun Sphygmomnon, that was yours.
I love the name. Sphygmomnon is I can't get it out.
Sphygmomanometer.
Is the real name for a blood pressure cuff, but no one uses it.
Yeah.
So I thought that'd be awesome.
That it was really supposed to be a cloning device.
Yeah, well, I didn't even think about that you clone someone with it.
Yeah.
No. And some man stole it from her.
Yeah.
and then Washington Carver.
I should have actually looked up an actual picture of him.
Wait a second. The man's name... You have Lawrence Washington Carver.
Oh, it's his brother. I must have changed that, because it was George to begin with.
Did you? Okay.
I changed it because he looks nothing like
George Washington. I was like, you didn't just punt on guessing George Washington Carver's first name, did you?
No, that was deliberate.
Yeah, okay. And then you like what's her name?
Niraja Padal.
But I like Niraja Padal.
Well, I had to try to figure out research, because they have a caste system, and some of it is like... that you're not going to see certain names for certain professions.
Yeah.
At
least not from...
So I think I got that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
Super racially insensitive.
But you will see more stuff about putting wings on stuff. Pindal is one of Roundtree's favorite professors.
Is it a washing machine?
Yes.
Okay. Penguins, which already have wings, but can't fly, so it's a great addition to have wings.
It's a great joke.
And then, of course, the picture itself having the wings.
Yes. It should be floating. It should be like...
it should be
motion lines.
Motion lines. And then he's swimming.
There's Diana.
And they sploosh and splish.
Yeah.
She splishes because she's got the curves.
Oh no, Jimmy splishes.
Oh, I thought oh yeah, that's right. She splooshes because of the curves.
Well, yeah, because the O's indicate the boobs and the I is sort of phallic.
Okay, it's phallic.
Yeah. Okay. See how deep I get with this,
there you go.
With this stuff?
In the water.
Yeah.
Then
in the water really that just looks like, I don't know, like the lightest colored gack you could have gotten in 1993.
But so in the water we were talking about, I feel like I remember, is how could you, with his perspective or whatever, do the dynamism of being in the water? And on the next page you have where he is treading water and spinning. And I think he even complains about
that's something I do. Yeah, he thinks about it.
Yeah, and then you see what he's seeing as he goes around the pool.
Yeah,
and I think that's great.
I think in a recent issue I wrote him not explaining somebody's joke, and that was supposed to be an indicator of personal growth.
Oh, because in this one he explains the joke.
I guess just his thing.
Yeah. And then we hear a robot.
Oh, and I've forgotten this guy's name. Let me look that up really quick, and then I'll edit this out.
You always say...
What's that?
You said that with other ones.
I won't do it. That's Dr. Roy Gaussian. Whoops. Yes, that's Dr. Roy Gaussian in the robotics class.
So I thought that
He's supposed to be yelling out cannonball. Oh well.
Whatever.
But he's not doing the position for cannonball. That's probably why I took it out.
True, too.
In the script, it has him yelling out cannonball.
And then it's supposed to be that he didn't mean to go through. Though, did he mean to?
He meant to get into the pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
On day one of robots.
That concludes my lecture. And it's Priscilla. She wore her hair longer freshman year, evidently.
Oh, that's right.
I was planning ahead that far.
To have one woman and then have her fall in love with Stuart or whatever, yeah.
You can see, like, issue 3, I had no idea where it was going. But, like, by issue 6, I already have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And I'm seeding things.
Yeah. And then...
Sexual
tension. This is our meet cute with the sexual tension.
Yeah.
They're on top of each other.
Yeah.
And I love that the robot's just in the background. Like,
yeah, they just abandoned it. We'll get it later. I gotta get to lunch.
And then, yeah. Oh, hey, how did you see that awesome cannonball?
Yeah, see, it was supposed to be a cannonball. Maybe I should go back and, like, just move the legs.
I think it's fine the way it is.
Yeah.
And again, there's that pause. Right?
Yeah.
Where time is elapsing.
I need to have more issues with Jimmy just groaning. Like, because I just published one. Number 67 has him groaning as the end of the issue.
As the end. It's like a good grief kind of for Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Well,
that's issues 5 and 6.
And I thought that Hapford was in that, but he's not.
You don't see him until...
I forgot that he wasn't the one doing the...
Well, they're all villains to some extent, right?
But I thought that he was the one running the robot, and then he saw the brain and everything, but...
Oh, I need to fix that panel border. Oh, well.
But, anyway. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright. So that's that.
That's those issues. You want to do more?
Sure. Well, should we take a break?
Do you want to
cut it and then?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Soon.